Hi, this is Whitney Eads, RN, and I wanted to share a little bit more about grief today. One of the things that we were looking at the other day when I was talking with a few friends about this was the fact that Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, if you want to get into some really gritty grief, as we've been talking about, she was one of the early pioneers of grief and talking about the steps of grief that people have. And one of the steps that I'm really resonating deeply with right now is anger. I want to invite all of us that are exploring grief. I know that you must resonate with this. I feel this way. Others must too. That you get so upset and angry. All of the missed opportunities, the things that you didn't get done, the things that you wanted to get done, the things that you really needed to have from your loved ones that you can't even address anymore. The conversations you never had that you wanted to have. And how do you fight that anger and not be so upset about everything and allow that to hold you back in your grief process? Because I feel like if you're holding on to anger too much and you're being too gritty about the fact that you want to blame or you want to be super angry about things, it tends to hold you back from that healing that we have to process too. Because we cannot go through our lives for the rest of our years, whether it's a few years or 20 years, with this deep-seated anger and oppression that affects us from having other things happen in our lives. And one of the concepts that we've came up with also with the ladies when we talk about this is that anger is the root of it all. Anger tends to be a really strong base for a lot of negative things, yet also at the same time it can be an incredible catalyst to make things happen for change. So how do we allow ourselves to grieve and be angry, rightfully so, yet at the same time consider the effect of that anger and how it could hold us back from reaching other goals or things that we may have wanted? How do we not let our grief get in the way of our functioning? How do we prevent that anger from keeping us stagnant? Truly, from the bottom of my heart, I feel that being stagnant in your grief can be incredibly self-containing and limiting to yourself. So how do we find that inner worth? How do we talk about these things with ourselves, to explore grief, to feel better about grief, and to know that it's normal to be angry and it's normal to have all of these feelings, yet at the same time not be stuck in them? So here we are being gritty about grief. Consider the anger that you have and the influences of it, what it may be leading to in your life. And I wanted to share with you this beautiful little creek that I'm looking at today. I'm going to swap the camera around. It's really pretty down here, and I feel like sometimes in your grief it's okay to come and watch the waters and listen to the wind chimes. So this is Whitney Eads signing out for this one, Gritty Grief. Don't forget how to process your anger and not have it hold you back from what you're wanting to do in your healing process. Hope you all have a beautiful day.